Here's a look at the Hanging Garden of Harwood at the end of May 2023. We're looking at a wall of star jasmine, very, very scented, and it's just still coming fully into bloom, but if you look at the top, you can see a fabulous star pinwheel shape. And then at the base, this poor snapdragon got broken by a marauding crow who actually fell into the box. Dragon wing red begonia and a bright orange geranium, and then chrysanthemums for later in the year. And these are the wonderful wine red. And turning around, here's the winter jasmine that got pruned back really hard this year and is now covered in new growth. And at its base, this is night flowering phlox. Has a fabulous Latin name of, see if I can get it right, Zaluzienskaya ovata. And I just love this plant. It fills the apartment with intoxicating scent every night. Beside it is an English lavender, which is very happy. This is its second year. And then over looking at the trough, we have Dianthus fire witch, which has been here now for quite a while and is very, very happy. And in the back here, this is Verbena bonariensis, and it's actually a volunteer. I'm not sure where the seed came for it, but it's grown from seed, and we'll let it be. And these little pansies have been keeping everything happy and through the cold spring. Back here are some Icelandic poppies which are going to come up. Snapdragons around here. Another dragon wing red begonia, which is bought somewhat as a mistake, so we'll see how it does here. And beside it, and really the centerpiece of this of the garden, is the helenium, which in about probably 5 weeks or so will be covered in blooms and then bees. So here's our frog fountain, which will bubble to life shortly once the sun hits the solar panel. And then we move over to the other big sun pot, which is a bit crowded. These guys are volunteers. Their seeds fell from one of the hanging pots a couple of years ago, and they've been very happily coming back ever since. So they're quite lovely. And then this is the Salvia Black and Bloom, which should grow to about 5 feet. And it overwintered, which was a real joy, because they're not cheap, and I was happy not to have to replace it. So then look way up to the top of the Dragon's Blood Lily. And that's going to be amazing in a couple of weeks with blooms that'll come arching out from that spot. And in the far corner, this pot actually had Rudbeckia in it, and because of the salvia beside it, it actually turns it into a bit of a shady pot. So I've replanted for that factor. And here's the star right now, which is an amazing columbine, new. There's another snapdragon coming down there. And then this wonderful new this year, Martagon lily in pure white. And then down in the corner you can see some snapdragons who are getting the idea that there's a trellis for them to climb. And on this pot at the back here, this is a Cufea called Cufea cubano, and hummingbirds love it. It's just waiting for the heat, and then it's going to take off and be quite vigorous. This pot used to have a wonderful hyssop, and it died because of the winter. So I've put in an agastache morello, and it's doing really well. Loving the direct sun, and the hummingbirds have already found it and love it. Then down here, this is a Gaura pure white that overwintered, so I'm very happy about that. And that'll bring a nice cloud of white blooms. So then we have the pots. So here is a heliotrope, midnight sky, with a bright orange verbena, and that'll just fill this area. Up at the top, that is Bolivian begonia. That'll cascade down and fill this area with those wonderful, delicate blooms. And then over here, just lobelia and petunias. I really wanted a pop of blue, so that's what's happening there. And then up here, this is the bat-face cufea, which is red and black blooms, and the hummingbirds love it, and it's conveniently right at the hummingbird feeder, so when they come up, they'll find it. And then there's a calibrachoa with a fun color combination. So my question is, can I fit another pot right there? So we'll see. Thanks for checking in.